Would you still chase your dream if it cost you your family? My dad told me flat out I wasn't going to college. I had full scholarships to MIT, Stanford, and Harvard spread across the kitchen table, but he just shook his head like I was speaking another language. You think you're too good for us? Too good for the family business? He asked, his voice tight with anger. Behind him, my brothers avoided my eyes. My mom twisted her wedding ring, silent, like she always was when things got tense. It's not about being too good, I said softly. It's about following my dream. I want to be an engineer. I want to build things that change lives. His face hardened. This family builds things already. Real things. Houses, roads, bridges. That's work you can see, not some nonsense degree that'll take you away from us. From that night forward, everything shifted. My brothers stopped talking to me at dinner. My mom pretended not to notice when I came home late from the library. And my dad, he treated me like I was already gone. Then one freezing night in January, I walked up to the house and saw them. 16 cardboard boxes, stacked neatly on the porch. My belongings, my life. The locks had been changed. I knocked anyway. My mom opened the door just a crack. Her eyes were red. I'm sorry, she whispered, but you made your choice. Then she shut the door. I stood there in the cold, crying, while the neighbors peeked from behind their curtains. No one came out. Nobody crossed my father. Hours later, headlights cut across the driveway. It was Mrs. Henderson, the librarian I worked for after school. She looked at the boxes, looked at me, and without hesitation said, "Come on, you'll stay with me, but you'll work hard, and you'll keep your grades up." And I did. I worked shifts at the library, helped her around the house, and poured every ounce of myself into school. The scholarship essays nearly broke me. How do you explain being abandoned by your family for wanting an education? I rewrote them again and again. Too angry, too bitter, too broken. One night, Mrs. Henderson read over my shoulder and said, "Tell them who you are, not who they made you become." So I did. I wrote about growing up around builders, about wanting to create something bigger, about courage and refusing to give up. By senior year, I was valedictorian, 15 college acceptances. I chose MIT, but college was harder than I imagined. While my classmates went home for the holidays, I stayed in empty dorms, working shifts to pay for textbooks. One Thanksgiving, I sat alone in my room with a turkey sandwich when my phone rang. Unknown number. Emma? The voice was shaky, familiar. Michael? My brother. The first word I'd heard from my family in 3 years. "We miss you," he said quietly. "Things haven't been the same since you left. Dad forbade us from contacting you, but I couldn't stay silent anymore." I broke down crying. For years, I thought they'd all forgotten me. Hearing my brother's voice gave me something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. What I didn't know was that this was only the beginning. Because one day, I'd invent something that would change the entire construction industry. And the same family who had thrown me away would come crawling back, begging for my help.